Hildreth scores a fine unbeaten century to put Somerset in control. Somerset captain Tom Abel took 3 wickets on a rain-affected first day of their championship game with Hampshire. The score was 198 for 8 as play resumed on day 2 with Abbott and Wheel at the crease for the visitors. The pair in bat surpassed the 200 mark in the early stages, courtesy of some impressive boundaries from Wheel. An early wicket did soon fall, however. Abbott the man to go after Gronewald drew the edge from the batsman. Some late runs were added for the final wicket, but Edwards was eventually the man to go, caught behind off an Overton delivery. Hampshire 231 all out. From being on 198 for 8 at the start of the day, 231 not too bad an effort from Hampshire in the end. An undefeated 25 from Wheel, a valuable contribution towards the end of the innings. Renshaw and Byram were the openers to begin Somerset's reply. The pair started with some intent, collecting some early boundaries. 39 runs were added to the board before Edwards managed the breakthrough. Byram out for 10 when the bowler burst through his defences. In the very next over, Wheel found another important wicket. Bartlett sent packing for 1, the ball caught by Russo in the slips. Hildreth and Renshaw tried their best to swing momentum back their team's way, Renshaw even striking an impressive 6 off the bowling of Wheel. But the next wicket was just round the corner. Berg claiming his victim, Renshaw caught by Adams out for 36. And in his next over, Berg claimed another wicket, this time Abel, who was removed for a golden duck, the ball caught in the deep by Edwards. Hildreth and Newman Davis added a few more runs and they lasted the 2 overs to lunch. The score at the break, 86 for 4, Hildreth and Davis with a hard task ahead of them in the afternoon session, following the loss of 4 wickets within 20 overs in the morning, Somerset still trailing by 145 at this stage. Davis and Hildreth continued where they'd left off in the afternoon, both players contributing with some lovely strokes that raced away to the boundary. It didn't take long for Hildreth to reach his 56-ball 50, that knock including 9 fours. His partner Davis, however, had to retire due to an injury, and his replacement, Gregory, was not able to replicate his form. He was dismissed for 2, courtesy of Wheel. Overton was the next man in for Somerset, and he started well. Both he and Hildreth looked confident at the crease, both players keeping the score ticking along. Tea arrived not long afterwards, the score 203 for 5 at the break. A positive afternoon session for Somerset despite the loss of Davis through injury. Good knocks from Overton and Hildreth, earning them a decent total at this stage, Somerset just 29 behind, still with 5 first innings wickets remaining. The batting pair carried on from where they'd left off in the evening, Overton soon taking his score past 50. It didn't take long for Hildreth to reach his 100, the landmark arriving in style as he hit a 4 off Berg. 13 boundaries in that knock, which had taken 138 balls. The pair continued to smash the ball around. But it was Berg who eventually found the breakthrough, Overton out courtesy of a delivery that was edged onto the stumps. That brought Davis back to the crease following his foot injury earlier in the day, but he could only add 7 runs to his score before Berg claimed his 4th victim, Davis edging to Adams in the slips. That wicket brought Leach in, and he started with a flurry of boundaries. Hildreth also continued to push on. But play was then halted due to bad light, and stumps was called just a short while afterwards. A good day for Somerset thanks to Hildreth's unbeaten 125 and Overton's 80. Hildreth and Leach will return to the middle on day 3, looking to extend their current lead of 93 runs with 3 first innings wickets still remaining.